It's raining outside and there's snow on the ground. Which inspired me to make this video because my husband was speaking with a friend of his that is affected by the weather, and I was sharing with him how there's a difference between being affected by whatever weather there is or whatever circumstance you are facing. You know, some people in the winter, they get the winter blues. Or if you're investing into the stock market or the cryptocurrency, which is volatile, goes up and down. Or you are sick and having to stay in bed and you feel like shit. Or you lost your job because of whatever we're facing right now. And having to stay home and not unable to find the kind of job that you love to do. In each of these moments that are extremely uncomfortable, it's not about trying to be positive, because when you try to be positive, you're bypassing what is trying to being cleared out of your system. It does absolutely nothing. If anything, it's only going to make things worse, because why are you trying to be positive? It's because you're not you don't feel good in the moments. You're I don't want to say victim, but yeah, in a way you're making yourself a victim to whatever is making you uncomfortable. And it's not the circumstance itself that is the problem. It's how you're dealing with it, how you're facing with it. Is it making you feel empowered, or is it making you feel like a victim? Are you enslaved by what you are facing? And that is what it needs to be acknowledged. In the last, I'd say 2-3 years, it became so evident how I was really affected when fall would hit. And I noticed that a lot of people are like, oh, fall is so beautiful. It's full of colors. You see all the different colors are on all the different trees. And as a matter of fact, people come up north to enjoy the scenery with, you know, all the beautiful trees on the mountains and everything. And I was like, what is wrong with me? Why? Not that there's something wrong with me, but what makes me not enjoy fall when so many people do? How do I see differently and keep myself stuck at a very low frequency just because fall hits? To me, will represent death, and death, the death of a season. And what's wrong with death? Death at the same time is a rebirth, correct? I mean, when something dies, it is then being transformed to be rebirthed afterwards. Those are cycles. Cycles that there are so many of those cycles that you go through, even in the space between seconds. In every moment, you're being transformed. You may not realize it, but you do. And so going back to this fall thing that I had trouble with, I was really curious why I did not enjoy fall when so many people did. So what I did is that I sat with it and I allowed myself to feel all the negative emotions. And again, there's nothing wrong with negative emotions, because negative emotions are the catalyst to see what stands between you and your freedom. And they're like the onion peel, like I was speaking, that is ready to fall off so that you can wake up more and more to who you truly are. And all the lies, and see all the lies that you've been telling yourself throughout all those years. So I sat with those uncomfortable feelings, the heavy emotions, the heavy memories that were lingering within my cells. I just sat there. And I allowed that greater aspect of myself, that deeper part of myself, the true part of myself, that is all encompassing, to clear it. You don't have to do, I don't have to do, me, myself, as still in the physical body, I don't have to do anything. Just sit still and allow the more expansive part of myself that encompasses everything, including this body. I allowed that to clear it. I just sat with it, not trying to change it, not trying to manipulate it, not trying to transform it, not trying to be a positive, to see more positive. I allowed it to clear. It does it for you. So I did that. And then all of a sudden, the memories of my parents always, it's winter, it's disgusting, it's cold, it's slippery, we have to shovel the snow, you have to wear the hat and the jacket, and you have to. All those narratives would come to the surface. Then I realized those were never even my thoughts. It's thoughts that I adopted from my parents. So again, I didn't try to transform that. I just sat with it. All I did was observe the narrative, the thoughts, the emotions, the beliefs. I just observed, just sat there as an observer, opening myself to who I truly am, for that to clear it. The isness, the pure love, to clear that all up. And then something magical happened. I started seeing differently. I started seeing how, like I said, death gives room to rebirth, to transformation, to a greater aspect of yourself, to a naturally to a more positive, to naturally see more clearly. And that when it rains like today, isn't it peaceful? Sure, the sky is gray and it rains, but I can allow myself to relax even deeper to the sound of the drops falling on the ground, to meditate, or to do some cleaning, or to do some computer work, or to work on whatever I've been putting off because I was so busy while playing outside, or working outside in the garden, or well, whatever it is that I had to do outside. It gives me an opportunity to do things differently when it's a different weather. It's also like another comparison is that came up when investing in cryptocurrency. I was explaining to my husband how fortunate I am that I started learning about it while I didn't have that much to invest into the cryptocurrency so that I could play around with it, learn about it. Taking course from a dear friend of mine who they have been in it for about 10 years. They have the experience. They know what to watch out for, the scams to watch out for, and how to protect yourself, your computer, and all that. And they give me good tips on what not to do and what to do, rather than panic sell or panic buy, which is what the majority of people would do, and that's how they lose money. I allowed myself to learn not only how to take those required steps and learn what to watch out for, but I equally learn more and more about myself, how there's a lot of fears that go through when the markets go down, because there's a lot of manipulation from the financial cartel that they try to manipulate the price to go down so that they can buy more. Why is it that they want to buy more? Because they know that it's where we're heading. And so rather than panicking, rather than identify as the part of me that panics, I see how there's a lot of panic feelings that come up in inside my being while the markets go down. And rather, it gave me the opportunity to follow my intuition that told me to drop this coin that wasn't going anywhere. I followed my intuition to sell it when it was at a higher price than when I bought it. Grabbed the money, let it sit, and then sure enough, the crypto market went down, and I was able to buy more of the coin that I really believe in, the one that really has potential, to buy more into it. And so, because I didn't invest that much into it in the first place, because I am at the very beginning of it, I'm able to learn all those lessons and learn more and more about how to let go more and more of all the fears while things are happening. While, for example, the crypto goes down, and just sit still with it. And by sitting still with it, I didn't panic sell like a lot of people. Rather, I got to know more and more of myself and how I tend to have a lot of fears financially. All the financial lack of beliefs that I had in my system, that was, again, that I learned from my parents. And I'm rather than identifying with the fearful aspect of myself, I allow myself to be grateful that I get to learn all those lessons while I'm at the beginning of it, and drop all judgments naturally, organically. Give myself permission to naturally grow, to naturally release everything that has been standing in my way, to naturally feel and see how I have a natural immunity to whatever is going on, and that in the face of whatever I am facing, that I can grow more and more into the true aspect of who I am, which is all-encompassing. That includes everything, including my body and my mind and my emotions. It naturally transmutes everything. It allows me to wake up more and more to who I am and what I'm capable of, and how we are all connected. Connected with each other, connected with life, connected with nature. Life, nature, source, pure love. That's who you truly are. And it doesn't reject the body, the physical body. It includes it. It cleanses it. Trust that. Much love.